Everybody, welcome to Quartzfest 2020. Yay! I'm Chris, KR1SS, organizer for Quartzfest, my 8th year doing this, and my lovely wife Lynn. We got married October of 18, so we've been married a little over a year now. And this is her second year at Quartzfest, and people know her now, and she has a little better idea what's going on. So she's been a tremendous help. Tim, are you here from BLM? Come on up, Tim. Tim is here for BLM. He's a law enforcement ranger, and he's going to give us a little talk about what we can and can't do out here. And we had fireworks last night, horribly. Yeah, one of the guys I think got license plates.
How you guys doing? It's a great day to be in the desert, right? Absolutely. So I'll talk about a couple of the big rules out here. One of the biggest is don't pick them up. Any of the plants or branches or anything, no firewood or anything like that. We don't have enough out here. It takes forever to regrow. If everybody picked up a handful every year, we'd have nothing left. So try to be mindful of that. One of the other big complaints we get is speed, which creates dust. So the speed limit is no dust, if that makes sense, especially in here. If you're traveling in any of our long-term visitor areas, the speed limits on every road, whether paved or not, is 15 miles an hour. I do write tickets for it. They're $130. That's a lot of money for speeding. Some of the other issues is dumping. We don't allow any dumping of gray water, or especially black water. The amount of people that are up here, that would just inundate this area. I know gray water is just soap and water, but body oils and whatever you put into that tank to help treat it can cause some damage out here. So try not to do that. Well, don't do that. That's also a ticketable offense. I don't like writing them, but I'm here to protect the desert. Fireworks, a no-no. I'll try to track them down. Sometimes it's difficult. Usually they stop before I get close. I don't know if they can see me coming or what. Some of the things that are not necessarily rules or laws, but are good to remember when you're camping, especially in a large group, is courtesy. Courtesy is like the biggest thing you can do. Most problems result from a lack of courtesy to your other campers. So some of the things, like running your generator. You can run your generator out here in the short-term areas. We don't have necessarily quiet hours, but try to be mindful of your neighbors, because that thumping all night long will keep somebody up, and it'll just make them angry and cranky in the morning. Most people move the generator away from their own camping units, so you can understand why you don't want it near yours. So space. I know out here space can be limited, and some people, like to be close, others don't. So try to be mindful of that. If you're living in the area and nobody else is there except for one guy, maybe don't camp right next to that guy. So unless you know him. Noise complaints are a big deal. Loud radios, loud stereos. Not everybody likes the same kind of music. Not everybody's looking for that same kind of experience. So the best way you can tell if your noise is too loud is turn on your stereo, walk around your camp about 10, 15 feet out. And if it seems pretty loud there, it is. So go back and turn it down to where you can't really hear it. Dogs, I heard Chris mention the dog thing. Leash your dogs. Just keep them leashed up. I don't know your dog. I don't trust your dog. I don't care how friendly you tell me it is. Until I know otherwise, it's not a friendly dog to me. It's the same with a lot of your neighbors. Dogs don't always get along. I have a little dog. It's great until it sees a dog that looks like it can eat, and then it's a monster. So just try to remember that not everybody likes dogs, and not everybody's dog is trained to the same level yours is. So just keep track of that. Other than that, I can't really think of any other do's or don't. Have fun. That's the number one do, is enjoy yourself out here. So don't. They are a fire hazard.
What was the question?
Chinese lanterns. Don't. It's a fire hazard. They're technically litter, because when they land, you're not going out to pick them up. It seemed they were very popular a few years ago, and it's kind of on the wane, and I'd love to keep it that way. I've had them land and start fires in bushes. I know the conventional wisdom is that once the candle goes out, then they have to drop, but they can fall otherwise before the candle's completely burned, and you're dropping a fire hazard out here. We don't have any fires. We don't have the staff right now because it's not our fire season. So, or they can drop onto your trailer or your tent or anything else and cause a fire. So, anybody else have a specific question?
Now, how about gray water that's collected in a dish pan? Can that be dumped outside? Does not go through the gray tank? Answer is nope. No, so no gray water or black water, dish pan, it doesn't matter. So, how many of you are here for the first time? Raise your hand.
Whoa.
As of about 1:15 when we shut down the welcome tent, our total so far is 411. Now, to put that in perspective, on Facebook in 2015, I posted we had a record attendance of 142 at opening ceremony. We have 411 today. That means there's a mess of you. And there's a lot that didn't get registered before we closed, so we've got way more than that, and we're going to grow. Last year we had 1,050 out here, so good start. Tim, thanks so much for coming out.
Thanks for being here.
Okay, some of you looked on the schedule in the last couple of weeks, and some of you are on a Facebook group. How many of you are on a Facebook group? Look at all those hands. We've got over 1,000 members on our Quartzfest Facebook group. We have listed there, and Kevin and Michelle had posted there to do wine tasting after opening ceremony, but we decided to sell t-shirts instead. Just kidding. They couldn't make it down this year. They got snowed in up in Oregon, and so they couldn't make it down. So if you know wine tasting, I had to cancel Michelle's genealogy classes and Kevin's Windlink. There have been some changes to the schedule. They are posted on the bulletin board. The new schedules are. I posted them about an hour ago. So make sure you stop by there and take a look what's going on. T-shirts. We have t-shirts for sale this year. And I forgot to bring one out. Lynn, you want to stand up here? The front of the t-shirt has the little trailer logo over it. And on the back, and a pocket. Yes, a pocket. Y'all wanted pockets. We got pockets. And this is the back of the shirt. But turn both ways, if you would. She's spinning around. She's not waving. Thank you, sweetie. Okay. Did you get dizzy? We ordered size small through 4X. So we have shirts to fit just about everybody. Small through extra large are $18. 2X large is $19, and 3X and 4X are $20. We also have some shirts left over from 2017 and 2018. Those are going for $10 each. Let me see, move my paperweight here. These are wonderful paperweights. No, we can't take credit cards for the shirts. Cash only, please. And if you have ones instead of large bills, that would be great, because we ran out of ones yesterday. And they will be for sale. The welcome tent has 3 tables out in front of it, and Neil will have tents out there immediately following opening ceremony, and have t-shirts available for you there. Need to let you know that Tuesday morning we have nothing on the schedule, and that is so we can go into town and enjoy the RV show without you missing anything down here. If you go into the RV show, you want to leave here by 8 or 8:30. We'll have the 7:45 net, and then right after the net, we'll be closing down right at 8 o'clock, and Lynn and I will be hitting the road going into town. The reason I say you need to leave here by 8 o'clock or so is because you want to get a place to park without having to walk a half mile. So leave early, get up there, grab a place to park on Coon Road, and you'll be right close to the big tent. Do not park on Highway 95. Again, do not park on Highway 95. The signs there say no parking. I know there's going to be a lot of cars parked there. The signs say no parking, and the Tucson police, or not Tucson police probably do too. Quartzsite police, we live in Tucson. The Quartzsite police will ticket cars parked in that no parking zone. Gary, can you come up here? Gary? Let's go in front here. He's getting closer. I don't have my paddle. It's okay. Gary has been a mainstay here at Quartzfest, making things happen for many, many years. You'll see him riding around on his in his four-wheeler. He rides around in his four-wheeler because his knees and his back aren't that good anymore, like most of us. So when he drives around to the campsites working on the audiovisual systems, please don't complain to him. He has to drive that to get around. Gary makes sure that our sound systems work, our audiovisual systems work, our screens are up for our projectors, and just makes it happen. And Gary, somewhere in here, I started a thing in 2011. I've been a Quartzfest organizer here, it's my 8th year. And I started something in 2011 called the Couldn't Have Done It Without You Award. I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you so much.
I don't know how many of you have been out here in the years past, but also do audiovisual and television. That antenna right back there is in the ham bands. It's 427, which happens to be channel 58 on cable. Last year I was running 59, which we also use that band, but all these new foreign cars with key fobs at 433.9, and I'm on 434 wideband. You were going honk, honk, beep, beep, couldn't figure out what was going on. So I moved it down one channel. Hopefully we don't have that problem this year. But if you so desire, you have a cable-ready TV and an antenna in your RV, point your antenna, if you still have those, not dish or direct satellite like I do, but I have both antennas. Put it on cable 58, not air, cable 58. That's in the ham bands. Plug it into your antenna and you'll see what's going on over here at the main ring on some of the tech talks and events during the day each day. That's about it.
Thanks, Gary. And thanks again. Neil, Mr. Foggy. W6FOG, we call him Foggy. Of course, that just doesn't just come from the call sign, does it?
Has no correlation with last name Hayes.
Yeah, he says it has no correlation with his last name Hayes. Neil has been also a mainstay here at Quartzfest. Over the past 4 or 5 years, to make things happen here at Quartzfest, he's come out of his pocket as much as $2,000 one year to make things happen, buying t-shirts for us to have out here for you, and just lots of stuff. He's taken, what, about 600 out of your pocket this year? Yeah, about 600 so far in his pocket this year to make the Quartzfest happen. Without Neil, I don't know where we've been for the last few years. Thank you so much. And Gordo, you want to come up here, don't you? Come on. Oh, he's going to stay back there.
Well, Neil, you have added so much for all these years for Quartzfest. How many years, Neil, for you? 8 years. Wow. Now, let's find out from our entire team here who's been here for 10 years. Let me see all you 10-year veterans. Wow. 15 years. 15? How about 20 years? Oh my gosh. Very few of us left, but great to see all of you. We're going to also be recording for Ham Nation, and Randy's around, and we're getting all of this. So on the count of 3 for our recording, we need to hear your call sign, as if it were a pileup on 20 meters. Let's hear it. 1, 2, 3. All right. So that was a warm-up. So here on day 1 at Quartzfest for our Ham Nation team, and Bob hear your call signs. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Whiskey 7, Romeo November Foxtrot.
There you go. Did you get them all? All right. Well, one of our Ham Nation's inventors, Bob Heil, says, yes, I know Neil, and we think Neil needs a new microphone. He probably wore out the old one. He's got an Ellicraft. So on behalf of Heil Sound, supporting the big Quartzfest get-together in Ham Nation, Bob says that he's got a handheld microphone. Thank you, my wife Susie. A handheld, but you don't get this one. This goes to my radio. Now that he has an Ellicraft, we'll come up with the right one. But this is the Heil HMM, and it has a base station element in it. So Neil, you're going to sound great, and we'll have that delivered to you. But for right now, very rare, the Heil Sound little badge, and Neil will just stick that there and turn around for a big smile. As a big salute to you, Neil. Thank you for all you've done.
And speaking of Neil coming out of his pocket for money, this year, well, every year we ask for donations. Quartzfest is an absolutely free event. I hate to ask for money, but it is. We do take donations. Donations from last year allowed us to buy the t-shirts to provide for you this year. They allowed us to buy a new tent for our seminar area too, where folks can get inside and sit inside instead of sitting outside for the seminars. We have a donation can or jar over at the welcome tent when it's open. And if you feel like it, drop somebody in there. If not, that's okay too. Commercial's over. Tracy, where are you? Can you come up here? Go figure, he's way in the back. Neil, Gary, Gordo, Russell. And how many of you have been to our new website? Did you like what you saw? Got our little trailer on it. Kevin did an amazing job on the website this year. Now this here is a group of folks that helped me plan Quartzfest throughout the year. We have Gordo for advice on anytime I have a question with them. Gary, setting up getting the PAs fixed and everything ready for Quartzfest. Tracy's been sending out the newsletter, and what else you been doing? Oh, the database for registration and all that. We couldn't do Quartzfest without that. Russell's in charge of our Hootenanny Thursday night, and he's put all the lyrics he sent the lyrics to Kevin for the songs we'll be singing to Hootenanny Thursday. And Neil's been our logistics guy. He ran to Harbor Freight and bought all the supplies we needed, and the porta potties we have for our tent campers and our day use campers. He's done all that. That's why we have them. He takes care of the storage unit that's got the tents and stuff like that, and he keeps an eye on all that. These guys have been helping Quartzfest happen for 5 years now. The committee's existed since 2016 when Dave and Heather were organizers, and they're still at it. And thank you guys so much. Thank you. Frank, KB7IQ. KB7IQ. You want to come up and talk a little bit about the off-road trip? Thursday we have scheduled an off-road trip. I initially had it on the schedule where we'd have an easy run and a 4x4 run, but trying to do the easy run around here, pretty much be doing